Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been the place to find new and certified used vehicles. Along with a knowledgeable and helpful sales staff, you, the customer, are their number one priority. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Carroll Tiger head coach Randy Bissen now joining us here on the Mackey Motors postgame show. Coach, you and I were just chatting about the defensive effort here tonight. You knew you needed to contain Caden Johnson. You held him to single digits here tonight. What a huge performance defensively, and it wasn't just one guy. That was really, I thought, a team effort defensively tonight against him.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we put Caleb Booth on him early on, and that was the plan. Caleb's always kind of guarding the best guard on the other team, but we knew it was going to be a team effort because they'd set a lot of ball screens, so the plan was to trap and get the ball out of his hands. And our post players did a good job of making it tough, and they have a tough job because they got to trap and then they got to sprint back and try to get into play too. So I thought those guys did a good job. You know, in the first quarter we gave up 8 points, and 6 of those points were to Fritz on 2 threes, which we knew he could make those, but we thought we did a really good job on all those other guys.
What impressed me, too, as you mentioned, you guys were hedging out on that screen and taking away. Guys were coming over to help on the roller, and then you guys were also helping on the helper guy a lot tonight. There was a couple of times that didn't happen. I think one time they scored 6 straight late there in the second quarter. You called a quick timeout, got an adjustment made. What did you see, and what did they change to where they were able to get that little 6-0 run?
Yeah, they did a good job of just slipping that screen right away, and early on we sent 2 guys at the slipper, and then all of a sudden the backside was wide open. So we talked about, you know, make that guy that's slipping try to beat us. We don't need to send 2 guys at him. Usually it's their 5-man. And we said we got to do a better job protecting the paint. You know, a lot of those were backside, and all of a sudden we're not there and it's a layup, whereas if we give up a 3 out of that, we're okay as long as it's from the right guys. So we talked about that at halftime, made the adjustment, and I thought we got some deflections, got some steals on the backside of that, so much better job in the second half.
How big was that 6-0 run to end the first half? Caden Cook even getting the rebound off his own missed free throw, because they had just cut it to 6. All of a sudden you're back up 11 at halftime.
Yeah, we talked about that too after the game. You know, good teams, especially come district time, they're going to make a run at some point, you know, and I think they cut it to within 3 there in the first half at one point, and then we made a little run and got it up to 10. That run there late, I don't remember what started, but yeah, Caden getting his O-board and put back was huge for sure. And we got to do a better job making free throws. I don't even want you to tell me how bad it was, because I asked Coach Hines about 3/4 of the way through the game, and Coach Tiga said you don't want to know, don't ask. So we got to do a better job of converting those, especially late in the game like that when you know they're going to foul. We got to step up to the line and knock them down.
I'll tell you off air. I won't say anything to you here on air.
I don't want to be mad while I'm on air.
Coach, they really tried to take Booth out of the game. He anticipated that. And we just talked to Nick Mackey. He had a great game at 21, but Gus Collis and Caden Cook each in double digits, 14 apiece. Evan Hammer had a nice game early, scoring for you guys. Everybody else kind of stepped up on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, Caleb Booth, he's been sick for 2 days. He didn't practice with us Friday, and we had a little walkthrough Saturday morning. He didn't do that, and he came back and practiced yesterday and was a little winded. So I don't think he's 100%, but after the game, you know, I don't even know what he ended up scoring. I think he only had 1 field goal and a bunch of free throws, but I told him how important he was because he passed the ball really well. He found Caden Cook and Tanner and Evan off of some of those high ball screens. You know, they were trying to trap and hedge a little bit too. And he passed the ball really well. And, you know, late in the game, he still made some free throws. And, you know, we talked in the locker room about, you know, it takes a whole team. It takes everybody. And you're right, Nick Mackey was really good tonight. He attacked the basket. I don't even know if he made a 3. Maybe 1 or something. But, I mean, to score 21 points and only make 1 3, which usually that's what he hangs his hat on, tells you how aggressive he was going to the basket. And Caden Cook was really good. You know, it's nice to get him back and healthy and back in the swing of things, and he did a really good job attacking the basket. And Gus Carlson the same way, attacked the basket and got some easy ones. Defensively, we noticed him too anticipating. He got a steal and a layup, leaked out a couple times after we got a rebound. So all those guys did a good thing, you know. And then you don't even talk about Evan Hammer and the amount of rebounds, and Tanner Gatto and the rebounds that he had, you know. So it was definitely a group effort tonight. And, you know, I think a lot of people think, well, without Caleb Booth, you guys aren't going to win very many games, and it's evident tonight that we got a lot of good players on this team.
You mentioned the rebounding. They came in with a slight advantage in the per-game rebound. I thought you guys won the rebound battle. I don't have totals for them, but I thought you guys did a great job on the glass.
Yeah, I thought so too. You know, they do a good job of tipping that thing around, and, you know, Evan Hammer at halftime, or maybe after the game, Gus pointed out that he had 6 rebounds, and Evan Hammer's like, I tipped it to you half the time. But those guys did such a great job. They're big
Right.
bodies, and we thought that, they send 3 or 4 guys to the offensive glass. So I thought if we can get that first rebound and get out and run, we can get some easy ones in transition. And we did that a little bit, but give our guys credit. They definitely had to battle in the rebounding.
I did jokingly say in the first half that Hammer was reminding me a little Dennis Rodman, the way he was tipping rebounds and keeping them alive in the first half. You and I are probably old enough to know Rodman.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if your kids, the players, probably are or not.
They should all know Rodman on the basketball floor. That's about it.
Yes, agreed. Have you heard anything on the game? I have not heard anything on the Heelan Atlantic game yet.
I haven't heard final score, but when I was walking in, it was Heelan was up by 20. So
Okay.
I think we'll go to Heelan on Thursday. And
What do you know about them?
not a lot. Once again, it's always one game at a time. We got a few films on them. They played Kemper early on, I think. They played Lewis Central, so a couple teams that we're a little more familiar with. But otherwise, they play in that 4A conference up there. They play a lot of good teams, and we got a couple pretty good players. I think a little length as well. But our guys are confident. Our guys are playing well. We said it didn't matter who we played or where we were going. We're going to be excited about it and take it one practice, one game at a time, and see what happens.
Coach, congrats on the win here tonight. We'll see you Thursday up at Sioux City.
Sounds good. Thanks for the coverage, Jeff.
You bet. Head coach Randy Bissen again with the Carroll Tigers. They win here tonight at 69-57.